directions in a lot of different ways. Anytime you start diving into the idea of identification and what you're identifying with, right? Because that's the first question that ancient yogis ask themselves, like, who am I? Why am I here? What am I doing in this body? Is this it? Is that, as that old song used to say, is that all there is? You know, is there more to this than that? So let's chant from the Upanishads on page 12, number 6. And this is an old mantra. Like I said, it goes back much further than the sadhana that we're about to do. So 3 ohms. Call and response. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya. Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Your turn. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. One more time. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So a lot of times, you know, we chant mantras, we talk about mantras, but this particular thing that we just chanted, I would say this is more of a prayer. It's not really a mantra. It's not a religious prayer either, but it is asking for a kind of divine guidance and help, because you have started to understand things, right? It's not a prayer from a person who has a lack of engagement in yoga. This person that is praying this or asking for this has done some sadhana, but they're at that point where they're like, what's the next step for me to go to take a deeper dive into this? So Om Asato Ma Sad Gamaya. Sad is the same thing as Sat, right? Lead us from changing reality, Asat, to unchanging reality, Sat. So the idea that this person has experienced all this change around them, the swirling of change, and everything in your life that you've ever experienced has always been about change from the day you were born. You know, you've been growing older. You you went to school, you graduated from 1st grade, you went to 2nd grade. You got new clothes in 2nd grade. right? Seasons change. We're talking about how hot it is. A few months from now, we'll be talking about how cold it is. So and even now, I'm playing like a little like nature sound above us, which is all about change. Change is always happening in nature, and we've only experienced nature since the day we were born. So nature to us feels very like everything that we're about. And then you start to practice these kriyas in yoga, which are purifications, right? Are actions of purification. And you realize that maybe there's more to life than just getting old. Maybe there's more to life than this, what you're experiencing. And that's what this person has realized. They are asking, lead me from this changing reality that's always spinning round and round and round and round to something that's not moving, that's fixed, right? That doesn't change. So lead me from something that is unreal to something that is real. Lead me from spiritual darkness, tamaso, to spiritual light. Jyotir. Now, Jyotir is an interesting word because it's not just like the light from that bulb, right? Because that light from that bulb is changing reality. I can go over there and turn it off. Jyotir is a type of light that never changes. It's always there. It's subtle than the kind of like light that you see from the sun. It's a spiritual light. It emanates from within, not from without. And Jyotir it doesn't burn up fuel to light. So it's a very special kind of light. So lead me from this tamaso, this dullness, this darkness, to this kind of pure light that is ethereal, right? Mrityorma amritam gamaya. And this is the key, what this person is asking for. Lead us from identification with the finite body to identification with the eternal soul. In other words, I recognize that I only have a limited time in this vehicle. This is just a vehicle. And I want to start identifying with something much bigger than just the vehicle that I'm in. I'm not the body. I'm not the mind. I have a body. I have a mind. And this is what yoga reveals to us, that we are actually that jyotir within, that light within. Setting up nice and tall, close the eyes. And as you close the eyes, allow yourself just to go inward a little bit. And inhale deeply through the nose. Feel the inhale happening as it comes in through the nose. It's cool. And then exhale out through the nose. And as the breath leaves, notice how it's warm. Inhale halfway to a comfortable level. And start making short exhales on my clap. The inhales are happening, but they're passive. And you're learning to use the diaphragm. This is a kriya, a cleanse. So you're cleaning out the system and you're getting rid of the stuff you don't need. And you're making room for new stuff, new ideas, new concepts. Start to slow that down and exhale everything out all the way to the bottom. Lift up at the pelvic floor. Now that's going to move dormant energy upward. Connect to your Ujjayi pranayama, your upward victorious breath. Let's have metronome for the breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, gently open the eyes. Come onto the hands and knees. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Tuck the toes under. Push the seat back all the way to the heels. And then lift the knees up, downward facing dog. And continue with your Ujjayi pranayama, those deep full inhales, those deep full exhales in that very relaxed way. Continue lifting up at the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, press into the hands, lift the chest, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push the seat back onto the heels. Lift the knees up, downward facing dog. If you don't want assist today, raise a leg and down dog. If you don't want lotions, raise a leg and down dog. Thank you. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale, bend the elbows 2 inches, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, soften the knees. Slowly walk the feet toward the hands. Keep the feet about hips-width distance apart. Keep hands about 6 to 8 inches in front of the feet. Press the palms down. Let the head be heavy. Modified Uttanasana. If you're bending the knees, put blocks underneath the hands and raise the earth up to you so you can press down evenly. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, soften the knees. Step the feet out as wide as the mat. Come down to a squat. Bring the hands together in prayer. Press out with the forearm. Squeeze in with the knees. Yogi squat. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then place the hands on the floor. Lift the hips and heel toe the feet together till the big toes and heels touch, or the heels and the bunions, whichever come first. And soften the knees. Slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, coming up to a standing position. And then come to the front of the mat, standing into Tadasana, mountain seat, big toes, heels touch, tailbone moves toward pubic bone, gaze is at the horizon. Bring the hands together in undulating mudra and set a higher intention for the sadhana tonight. That idea of understanding who we really are, the ultimate aim and goal of yoga. The question, who am I, is always answered with, I am. And nothing comes after am. Infinity. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana, mountain seat. With straight legs, on the inhale, hook the thumbs, raise the arms up alongside the ears and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step right foot all the way back, looking forward. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog, lift hips. Inhale, come forward to plank, look forward. Exhale, bend the elbows 2 inches, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, right foot steps forward. Exhale, left foot meets right, folding over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urban Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back onto heels, then lift knees up, downward facing dog. On the inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale, right foot meets left and fold over legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, stand up, straightening the legs, arch back, going into a back bend. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana, mountain seat. Let's do that one again. On the inhale, hook thumbs, raise arms up alongside ears and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, right foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Don't rush. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. And exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back onto heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, right foot steps forward. Exhale, left foot meets right and fold over legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs, arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot steps all the way back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back onto heels, lifting knees up, downward facing dog. On the inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale, right foot meets left fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, and arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the knees, lift the torso up, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, put the hands down, then extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step, jump, walk back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, right foot forward, left heel turns down, come up, Virabhadrasana 1, one breath. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, bend the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel turns down, come up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look beyond the hands. Inhale, jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the torso up, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, come stand up to Dasana, mountain seat. Let's do that again. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, put hands down, then extend legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On the inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, opening arms and hips, warrior 2. Oh, I changed it. Inhale, hands down to the earth, step back to a plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, changing reality. On the inhale, left foot forward, right heel down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, hands down to the earth, step back to a plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do that again. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, opening arms and hips, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, hands down to the earth with control, step back to a plank. Exhale, bending elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Try not to rush. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Right heel turns down, come up, warrior 1. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, hands down to the earth, stepping back to a plank with control. Exhale, bend the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, turn the fingers out just a little more. Exhale, 2. Inhale, now lift up into my hand. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look beyond the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the straight legs. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, come, stand up to Dasana, mountain seat. Step the feet hips width distance apart, about 2 fists. Bring the hands to the waist, elbows pointed to the wall behind you. On the inhale, lift up and arch back, moving the pubic bone forward, coming into a little bit of a back bend. Then exhale, fold forward, bend the knees a little, slide the index finger and the middle finger through the big toe and the second toe, holding on to the big toe in what's called yogi toe lock. Inhale, look up at the windows, shift weight forward into the front of the foot. So you're not hanging out in the heels. Then exhale, fold forward and bend the elbows out to the side. Lift the sit bones up and breathe into the back. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, soften the knees, release the big toes. Lift the front of the feet up. Slide the hands underneath the feet. Bring the toes all the way to the wrist crease. Hastapadasana, standing on hands. Now lift the head and chest, look up, extend the legs, shift a little weight forward into the front of the foot. And then exhale, fold, bend the elbows out to the side. Breathe into the back. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, soften the knees, remove the hands out from underneath the feet. Exhale, bring the hands to the waist, elbows pointing up toward the ceiling. With straight legs, like a deadlift. On the inhale, lift up and arch back. Move the hips forward. Good. Then exhale, come back to center. Step, jump, walk the feet together. Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, put the hands down, then extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On the inhale, step right foot forward, left heel down, come up, Warrior 1, and stay. Exhale, pull the right hip back toward the mirrors. Inhale. Exhale, left hip moves toward the windows. Inhale. Exhale, shoulders soften a little bit, Addie. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, open the arms and hips up to the left. Inhale, reach toward the right. Pull the left hip back. Right hand on right shin. Left arm lifts up. Triangle Trikonasana. And as you lift up, pull the hips back toward the mirrors. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Then exhale, bend the right knee, Warrior 2. Right knee over right ankle. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, extend the right leg, 1 breath. Then exhale, rebend the right knee. Inhale, hands down to the earth. Step back to a plank with control, looking at the windows. Then exhale, bend the elbows 2 inches, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step left foot forward. Turn right heel down. Come up, Virabhadrasana 1. Good. Exhale, pull the left hip back toward the mirrors. Inhale. Exhale, right hip moves forward. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale, open the arms and hips up to the right. Inhale, reach to the left. Pull the right hip back. Left hand on left shin. Right arm raises up. Triangle Trikonasana. And as you do that, think of pulling the hips back toward the wall behind you. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 1. So behind you, meaning the mirrors. Exhale, 2. Not to the left. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lifting all the way up to stand. Then exhale, bend the left knee, warrior two, stay. Inhale. Exhale, one. You can sink a little lower, Mara. Exhale, two there. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On the inhale, extend the left leg one breath. Then exhale, rebend the left knee. Inhale, hands down to the earth with control. Step back to a plank, looking at the windows, not the floor. Then exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. On the inhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, drop down to the left knee. Let's get a twist in here. Inhale, lift the torso up, arms alongside the ears like a lunge. Then exhale, bring the hands together in the center of the chest. Twist over to the right. Bring the left arm on the outside of the right thigh. Now with control, tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee up, extending the left leg. Standing spinal twist. And here again, imagine that you're bringing your chest to meet your thumbs instead of your thumbs to meet your right armpit. Exhale, one. So there's a little bit of lifting up in that sternum. Exhale, two. Inhale, and a dropping of the left shoulder. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On the inhale, come back to center. Put the hands on the floor. Frame the right foot. Exhale, extend the right leg. Move the left foot forward till the heel is on the ground. About halfway, 6 to 8 inches. Then you may need blocks for this. It's perfectly fine if you got tight hamstrings. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. Extend the right leg. So I would suggest blocks here. And that means you're going to really extend through your right leg and you're going to get into your right hamstring instead of bend your right knee. So, there you go. Changing reality. Inhale, lift the head and chest, pull the right hip back, and then exhale, fold forward. Right, you could have tight hamstrings today, but not tomorrow. Inhale. Exhale, one. Sometimes that's how we sell yoga. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. Inhale, lift the head and chest halfway. The legs are extended. Bring the left arm in front of the right leg. Put the left hand on the floor or block outside the right foot. Ground down through your left hand. So, Addie, you're going to take your left hand arm and bring it in front. Now, really press into your left hand. Then lift your right arm up into the air and twist. A block would be so much helpful because you wouldn't bend your right knee to do that. Now straighten your right. Oh, look at there. Exhale, one. Look how much more stable that is. Exhale, two. Changing reality. It'll change on you. Inhale, don't invest in it. Exhale, two. It's like the stock market, always changing. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. Good. Then inhale, place the right hand down. Frame the right both hands. And then exhale, step back, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, drop to the right knee. On the inhale, lift the torso up. Bring the arms alongside the ears like a lunge. Then exhale, bring the hands together in the center of the chest, twist to the left. The right arm comes on the outside of the left thigh. Now, just take a moment, lift your right knee up, but move your sternum to meet the thumbs instead of the thumbs to meet the left armpit. So you're really twisting from thoracic. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. Then inhale with control. Come back to center. Put the hands on the floor. Frame the left foot. Then exhale, extend the left leg. Move the right foot forward. Halfway to the heels on the ground. Here again, little block action changes everything. So take some blocks. Put them underneath your hand. Addie, we'll go there in a minute. First, we got to do that forward fold. Lift the head and chest. Energetically pull energy up the front of the left leg to the hip crease. Then exhale, send it out the back of the right leg. Inhale. Exhale, one. So pull back. Exhale, two. Now press down with the hands. Exhale, two. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. Now bring the right arm in front of the left leg. Put the right hand on a block outside your left foot. Block is super helpful for this. I know a lot of people try not to use it, but listen, don't be shy. Don't be prop shy. On the inhale, lift the left arm up, rotating and moving the left shoulder toward the windows and the left hip back toward the mirrors. Exhale, 1. You're opening the chest. Exhale, 2. Inhale, good. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. On your inhale, gently place the left hand down. Frame the left foot with both hands. And exhale, step back to a downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward. Turn the left heel down. Come up, warrior 1. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, left hand comes to meet right, left heel turns toward the ceiling. Exhale, with control, fly up into a warrior 3. Inhale, soften the right knee, with control, step back, warrior 1. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, left hand meets right, left heel turns toward ceiling. Exhale, with control, lift off, warrior 3. Inhale, soften the right knee, with control, step back, warrior 1. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, left hand meets right, left heel towards ceiling. Exhale, kick off into warrior 3 and stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1, good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently put your left hand on the floor underneath your left shoulder. You can use a block for that too. If your fingers can't reach, use a block. If you're dropping in your chest to get there, use a block. Inhale, lift the right arm up and rotate from the chest. Rotated half moon. Exhale, 1. Inhale, good everybody. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Turn the palm that way. Exhale, 4. It opens up the shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, gently put your right hand on the floor. Then now lift the head and chest. Look up at the windows for a second. Exhale, walk the hands back. Fold over your standing right leg. Standing split. Oh, keep that left leg in the air. Exhale, 1. Yes. Inhale. Exhale, 2. A little endurance. Exhale, 3. Inhale, nice echo. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, look up at the windows. Bend the left knee. Open, stack the hips in the exterior rotation. Then exhale, bring the left knee to the outside of the right foot. Sit down like a curtsy. Ardha Matsyendrasana. On the inhale, lift the left arm up alongside the left ear. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Bring the right arm behind you, looking into the mirrors. And that idea of like twisting, you really want to get your right big toe down. So we get that twist in the side of the hip. There, and then rotate all the way back. Exhale, 1 there. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, come center. And then exhale, counter twist over to the left. Then inhale, come center and set up for Gomukhasana. Squeeze the legs together. Bring the right knee on top of the left. You can sit on a block if you need to. You want to sit down in between the heels. So your legs are squeezing together. The right knee's on top of the left. And this is a brahmacharya. Legs squeezed together is called a brahmacharya. So you can sit on a block. And it's just going to raise your hips up just a little bit so your thighs are going to come together a lot easier. Watch. But in the middle. You're just going to set up. Now notice how now you can squeeze everything a little closer together. You made space. Grab the big toes in yogi toe lock. And then lift the head and chest. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the chin in front of your right knee. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, lift the head and chest up, release the toes. Now, if you're sitting on a block, you'll move the block off to the side. But this is so super easy. Bring your hands in front of you, lift the hips up, and send the left leg back toward the mirrors, coming into a pigeon on the right side. Yeah. Then take a moment, pull the right hip back, the left hip forward. That's how you get a little more action in that piriformis. And exhale, fold forward over the bent right knee. And you can walk the arms forward. You can walk the hands back. You can walk the hands out of the side. Whatever that feels good to you. But you do kind of energetically use the hands to keep pulling the right hip crease back. That's how you get into that back of the hip action. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, lift the head and chest. Walk the hands back so the shoulders are over the hips. We're going to get a little quadricep opener in this too. Bend the left knee and with the left hand, reach back, hold on to the inside of the left foot. Yeah. You may have, if you have to turn and look back at your left foot, do that. You're just going to reach back, grab it with your left hand, then kind of bring your gaze back toward the windows. That means your shoulders are going to move forward too. And then kind of push on the top of your left foot and bring your left heel to the outside of your left hip. So you'll feel a little quadricep action happening in the front of the thigh. Exhale, 1. It's not a full Raja Kapotasana, but there is a nice quad opening happening. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then release the left foot. Place the hands down. Tuck the left toes under. And step back to a downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the left foot forward. Turn the right heel down. Come up, warrior 1. Then exhale, opening arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, right hand meets left, right heel toward the ceiling. Exhale, kick off into warrior 3. Inhale, soften the left knee with control, step back, warrior 1. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, right hand meets left, right heel turns towards ceiling. Exhale, kick off with control, warrior 3. Soften the left knee. Inhale, step back into a warrior 1. Exhale, opening arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, right hand meets left, right heel towards ceiling. And then exhale, kicking off Virabhadrasana 3 and stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently put the right hand down. You can use a block underneath the right hand, but you want to have that grounding in the right hand. On the inhale, lift the left arm up toward the sky and rotate from the chest. Rotate at half moon. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently put the left hand down. Now on the inhale, lift the head and chest, look up at the windows, and then exhale, fold forward over the left leg. Standing split. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Bend the right knee, externally rotate the right leg, opening up the hip. Exhale, bring the right knee to the outside of the left foot. Sit down, seated spinal twist. And plugging both sit bones into the earth on the inhale, lift the right arm up. And then exhale, twisting deeply over to the left. Left hand comes behind you. And as we press that down, you get a little of this action going. We'll breathe. I got you. I got you. I'm going to give you the assist. Inhale deeply. And then exhale, twist. Put that toe down. Inhale, left toe. Yes. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. It gets a little IT in there. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, come center. Then exhale, counter twist over to the right. Good. Then inhale, come center. And Gomukhasana, seat of the cow, or cow face. You can sit on a block if you did on the other side. Here again, if the hip, outside of the hips, the IT band is tight, that lifting the hips up is just going to take a little of that tightness and distribute it differently so that you can squeeze the legs together. Grab the big toes in yogi toe lock. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. And exhale, fold forward, bringing the chin in front of the left knee. And keep squeezing the inner thigh muscles together. That's how you open up the outside of the leg. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Excellent. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. If you're on blocks, you're going to move those blocks off to the side. Release the toes. Lift the hips up. This time, slide your right leg back toward the mirrors. Coming into a pigeon on the left. So left knee is going to stay bent in front of you. Lori, left leg isn't going to stay in front of you. You're going to lift your hips and slide your right leg back. There you go. Then lift the head and chest. Pull your left hip back. And then exhale, fold forward, bring the arms out in front of you. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, lift the head and chest, walk the hands back. Now this time, bend the right knee. With the right hand, reach back, grab the inside of the right foot. And then look back toward the window. So here again, you're rotating the chest and the shoulders in alignment with the window. So you're coming into more of a back bend. And then press down on top of the right foot and bring the right heel toward the right hip. Exhale, 1. Inhale, good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then just gently release the right foot. Place the hands in front of you. Tuck the right toes under. And exhale, step back to a downward facing dog. Good. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look beyond the hands. Inhale, step, jump, walk the feet in between the hands. And then exhale, fold over the straight legs. Good for you. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the torso up. Utkatasana, awkward seat. And then exhale, come stand up to Tadasana, mountain seat. Everybody, grab a block. I'm going to borrow one of your blocks. Take the block and place the block in the middle of the mat. You want probably about maybe 2 feet away from the front edge. And then come and stand on the block with the toes hanging off the front edge of the block. Okay. Now, a lot of times when people work on Bakasana, crow, they end up with their knees on the outside of their arms. This is going to get you to put your knees into your armpits. And if you think about the shape of your knee, it's perfect for your armpits. It fits right in like a key. Bring the hands together. Stand up tall. Make sure that the energy is moving upward for this. And then start to bend the knees and descend the seat toward the earth. Keep the knees together till you come all the way down. Then put the hands on the floor right underneath your shoulders. Walk the hands a little closer to the block. Now, lift the heels up. Push your knees into your armpits. A perfect fit. Now, look past your fingers. Don't look at the mirrored wall, but look past your fingers all the way toward the windows if you can. Start to bend the elbows and put weight into the hands and lift one foot at a time off the block. And balance. Get your toes to come together. Then lift the heels up toward the seat, engaging the hamstrings. That's going to cause you to stay up higher. Maybe you can start to straighten your arms a little bit. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Good, Sally. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently put your toes down and then come sit down and extend the legs out in front of you. If you jump back, that was okay too. Dorsey, flex the feet, lift the head and chest. And then exhale, fold forward, hold on to the feet. Paschimottanasana. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, lengthen through here. Exhale, 4. Yeah, take your gaze up and you'll move that roundness out. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. And exhale, hands by the hips. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Exhale, open up the right knee. Place the right foot on the inside of the left leg like a tree. Dorsiflex the left foot, twist the torso over the left leg, and then exhale, fold forward. Hold on to the left foot. Janushirshasana, head knee seat. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good on the inhale. Lift head and chest as you lift the right knee up. And exhale, extend the right leg out. Inhale, bend the left knee. Open up the left knee, left foot on inside of right. And then twist the torso over the right leg. And then exhale, fold. This is the bad knee or hip. Okay, and inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Then inhale, lift head and chest. Lift the left knee up, extend the left leg. Then inhale, bend both the knees and open up the knees to the side. Bring the feet together. Pull the heels a little closer to the pubic bone. Using your thumbs, open up the soles of the feet like a book if you can. That's going to mean the hips are going to open up a little more. Then exhale, fold forward. You can push your elbows into the hips. You can push your elbows into the shin bones too. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Inhale. Lift the head and chest. Now just leave the knees where they are, the feet where they are. Lay down on the back. Supta Baddha Konasana. Reclining cobbler. This one's a little more passive. So all these are kriyas, right? Like, what are kriyas? Kriya translates like karma into action, but it's a kind of specific action. It means that you're trying to get rid of something or eliminate or evacuate something. So the theory is that we come to the world, and the world around us starts to project onto us, and we don't know who we really are. So kriyas, what they do is they're like taking a power washer to the subtle body, and they wash off all the gunk on the glass so that the light within can be seen. We're going to do a nice little outside of the leg stretch. Lift the knees up. Okay, then move the feet all the way to the edge of your mat, and then bring both the knees over to the left. Yep. Now, with both knees over to the left, pick your left foot up and put your left foot on your right thigh. So that foot goes over there, and now you can energetically go all the way down with the left knee to the floor, pulling on your right thigh with your outside of your left heel and foot. And that's going to open up that side hip. But you like that. That feels good, doesn't it? Yes. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now lift the left foot off the right thigh. Place the left foot down. Lift the knees back up. Then bring both the knees over to the right. Yeah. And then pick the left foot up. The right foot up. And then put the right foot on the left thigh. And then let the right knee kind of move down toward the ground. And using the outside of the right ankle and foot to kind of pull the skin of the left leg to the right. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Inhale. Lift the right foot up. Put the right foot on the floor. Lift the knees up. Yes. Now just reach down with the middle finger and touch the heels. Then lift the hips, the lower, the middle back, clasp the hands together in a fist underneath you. Setu Bandha Asana. Now, we're going to do this twice. First, we're just going to open up the front of the quadricep and the abdomen. I'm going to show you another way I like doing this. And then come down, all the way down after that. Now, take a block, put the block underneath the sacrum on the highest setting. So as high as it goes. Yep. Now, because when we do this as without the block, it really is kind of like to help open up the shoulders. But this is also a great hip and psoas opener, okay? So move the left foot a little bit toward the center of the mat. Yeah, so you want like a 45-degree angle with your left leg. Then pick your right foot up, put the right ankle on the left thigh. Yeah, and then let the right knee drop over to the left. And the more you kind of drop that right knee down toward the ground over to the right side, You will twist a little bit in the hip, and you'll put a little more weight in your big toe of your left foot. That's why I had you move it over. But you'll feel a stretch happening in the adductor and the psoas in the front of the hip flexor. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, then lift the right knee up, put the right foot down. If you've ever wanted to work on your Padmasana, your lotus, then this is how you do it. If your knee doesn't come open up in that way, this is how you do it correctly without messing up anything. Move your right foot a little toward the center of the mat. Pick your left foot up. Put your left outer ankle on the right thigh. Then dorsiflex the left foot and allow the left knee to come toward the ground. And here again, you'll feel that external rotation of the left leg. You'll feel a little adductor happening in the inner left thigh, a little hip flexor and psoas action happening on the left side. Exhale 1, inhale, good. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, and inhale, lift the left knee up, put the left foot down, lift the hips off the block, take the block off to the side, and lower all the way down on the mat. Extend the legs out in front of you like you're coming into Shavasana. Bring the left arm alongside the left ear, roll over to the left, come face the mirrors behind you. Put your legs toward the windows. And then squeeze the legs together. Reach the arms back toward the windows. As one unit on the inhale, lift head, chest, legs, and arms. Shalabhasana, seat of the locust. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Good. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale, come down, relax. Bring the forehead to the earth, bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. On the inhale, kick the feet into the hands and lift up. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Good. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down, release, relax. Second time, bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. On the inhale, lift back up. Exhale 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down, release the feet. Rock out the hips. A little vinyasa, bring the hands next to the chest, elbows close to the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. And exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. And then exhale, come down, roll over onto the back. All right, everybody. It's that time. It's like Christmas. It comes every year. Place the hands next to the head. Elbows toward the ceiling, fingertips toward the shoulders. Any props you want to use. You know I don't mind. Belts around the arms, walls, blocks, I don't mind. On the inhale, press into the hands and the feet, lift the body off the floor, upward bow, Urdhva. Exhale, 1, good for you. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. You know, that Christmas thing, it's a kind of a trick they play on you. You know that, right? Because they think, because it comes every year, you think that it's not changing reality. But every Christmas is different, right? So it's not the same. But they try to trick you. They want you to think that that is unchanging reality. Place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling. On the inhale, lift up again. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. One last time, place the hands next to the head. On the inhale, come back up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest. Come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Now draw the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. You can make little circles on the sacrum, rocking left to right, right to left. Then a little reclining twist. Bring both knees over to the left. Extend the right arm out. Look over the right shoulder. You want to keep the knees as high as the belly button. So that the twist is coming from the thoracic, not the sacral. Lower the knees below the hips. It's all twisting from the sacral. You don't want that. Nothing worse than a destabilized sacrum. Because then what happens is that the hip will get out of alignment, and you have to go to the chiropractor and get them to put the hip back in, but it's going to come back out if you destabilize the sacrum. Bring the knees back into the chest. Switch over to the other side. Bring the knees over to the right. Extend the left arm out. Look over the left shoulder. And then come back to center. Bring the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. And then place the feet on the floor. And open up the knees again to the side, coming back to a Supta Baddha Konasana. So from here, you can stay like this in Supta Baddha Konasana. If you would like to come into legs up the wall, just take your mat, go over to the wall, bring legs up the wall, Viparina Karani. Or if you're coming into shoulder stand today, Salamba Saravangasana, all supported limb seat. You can take a blanket. I like a blanket underneath the shoulders, shoulder stand. And then lay down with the shoulders at the rolled edge of the mat, the head on the bamboo floor. And then bring the legs overhead into Halasana. Like, why do we do that? We do it for two different reasons. We want to bring the chin to the chest to meet the Jaradanda Bandha, but also the hips will now be over the shoulders instead of behind the shoulders. Then clasp the hands together in a fist, external rotation of the shoulder muscle. Get the elbows a little closer together, hands on the back, and then lift the legs up in the air. So come down, come down, come down. I think what's happening here is two things. One, let's look at your, so one, this is too chunky. See, like that's too chunky. So we're going to unfold it to a quarter. Okay. And then we're going to do it this way. We're going to put this here and then this here. Okay. Now it's not so chunky. Now put the head on the bamboo floor and your shoulders up, up, up. Now go back more, your back of your head on the floor. There. Now it's like doing a crunch. Put your hands next to your hips. Flat on the floor next to your hips. Hands down here. Straighten your legs. No, don't. Let's lift your legs. Straighten your legs out. Use your core like a sit-up. Lift your legs up and take the legs overhead. One, that's pretty good. Good. Now bend the knees and bring the knees onto your forehead. Move your hips back a little bit toward the mirrors. There. That's how you do that. Now lift your legs up. That's better. Nobody said shoulder stand was easy. I want to tell you. It's actually very difficult. And I would say that shoulder stand is a bit of unchanging reality because it never gets comfortable. No matter how many years you've been doing shoulder stand, it's still uncomfortable. When we look at because in reality, yoga has been performed in other cultures. They just haven't called it yoga. Other cultures and other wise people have experienced this thing called yoga. And all of these people have started with the same process of asking who they are and then coming up with the question, who am I? And then answering that question by saying, I just simply am. I'm that divine energy within. We see it within Christian mystics. We see it within Islamic mystics. We see it within the Sufi traditions, especially the Sufi traditions. The Jain traditions, the Sikh traditions, the Buddhist traditions. That the idea that you start to recognize that I'm not the form. I'm not the body. I'm not the mind. I'm not the thoughts. I'm not the feelings. And I've been misidentifying all along. And this is what makes yoga a mystic journey. It may take a long time to reach that same state as a mystic in one of those other traditions, but it is possible in this lifetime. If you're still in shoulder stand, let the feet come overhead, let the toes touch the floor behind the head, clasp the hands together in a fist, extend the arms away from you, good Lord. Halasana plow, inhale. Exhale, 1, inhale. Exhale, 2, inhale. Exhale, 3, inhale. Exhale, 4, inhale. Exhale, 5. Now bend the knees, bring the knees alongside the ears. Hold on to the back of the knee joint. Squeeze the ears with the knees. Karnapidasana, ear pressure seat. Inhale. Exhale, 1, good, Addie. Inhale. Exhale, 2, inhale. Exhale, 3, inhale. Exhale, 4, inhale. Exhale, 5. Now place the hands on the floor toward the windows. Slowly come down one vertebrae at a time until the hips touch the ground. And then once the hips are down, lift the torso up, unfold the mat, move the blanket off the side if you got a prop underneath the shoulders. Lay down on the back, turn the palms to face upward, press into the elbows, lift the chest, come onto the crown of the head, the elbows and the sit bones. For Matsyasana, seat of the fish. So in fish, you are neutralizing the neck and throat. But because in shoulder stand, you're in a Jara Dandabandha, a throat lock, this is opening up that lock and allowing that subtle energy to move up into the forehead. That is really what's happening here. So all that energy that you trapped right at the throat is now like up into the area of super consciousness. And then press into the elbows, bring the chin to the chest, and come down. And then bend the knees into the chest, give the knees a little hug, and roll over to the left. Come into a child's seat. Now, I don't mind if you use the wall. You know me, I don't mind if you use props at all. So come into a child's seat. If you want to go to the wall, go to the wall. I don't mind. From child's seat, interlace the fingers together, make one fist. Then place the top of the head on the floor behind the wrist crease. And then tuck the toes under, lift the knees up, and walk the feet forward so the hips are over the shoulders. Half a dolphin. This is a dolphin because your feet haven't left the floor yet. Now, bring the knees into the chest, the heels toward the seat, like you did in Bakasana Crow. Half headstand. You can stay there. If you want to go further, bring the knees up toward the sky, extend the feet up last, coming into a full headstand. Do you want to come? Crown of the head. Right there. Now, did I show you how to do it with blanket? Yeah, let's try. Okay, let me show you this because this is a nice way to do it. No, keep that there. Interlace your fingers. Now, put that there. Now put your head here. This is nice too. One, two, three. Core. Knees together. Move the hips. Don't move the knees, move the hips. Move the hips. Move the hips toward the mirror. Move the hips toward the mirror. Come out of your anterior pelvic tilt. Yeah. Now lift your legs up. Now dorsiflex your feet like you're standing on the ceiling. And inwardly rotate the thighs using the adductors instead of all glute. Because you're very strong in the glute, so you're going to want that's going to want to take over. So you want to actually try to get the knees to kiss each other. Inward rotate. There's that inward rotation. See how all of a sudden that destabilized everything? Don't come out yet. Pull in the ribs. Don't go into anterior pelvic tilt. Because you like that. You like the anterior pelvic tilt you got. You're not your anterior pelvic tilt. J-Lo. Kim Kardashian. Woo, don't go that way. Don't go that way. You can always go that way, the way you came up. Start to plan your descent. And as you come down, rest in a child's seat. And this is, this in reality, we should kind of take note that even within these kriyas of Vinyasa yoga, that messaging that you're not the body, you're not the mind is woven into it in between the lines, right? Because at the end of a yoga asana sadhana, you become the corpse. You let go of this form that you're in. And Iyengar once said that Shavasana is the hardest asana for anybody to really perform because you're wanting that energetic of letting go. So come lay down on the back with the head toward the windows, feet toward the mirrored wall. Let the head be heavy. The body becomes heavy because you let go of Mula Bandha. Begin to relax the breath. Allow the breath now just to breathe the body. And close the eyes and just try to imagine that this is that moment that you let go of this identity. Gently start to deepen the breath. And by means of the breath, make small movements with the fingers and the toes, allowing the breath to reanimate the body. Stretch the arms overhead and stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. Bend the knees into the chest, give the knees a little hug, and slowly roll over to the right side. And pressing the left palm into the earth, lift the torso up, and come up to a seated position for a very brief meditation practice. Setting on blocks or blankets so that you can find a comfortable seat. Commit to that seat. Allow the breath to deepen. You don't have to re-employ Ujjayi pranayama, but have breath awareness in meditation. Begin to draw the senses inward and focus the mind. But to help you focus, as you inhale, silently chant to yourself, so. And as you exhale, silently chant to yourself, hum. Inhaling, so. Exhaling, hum. On your own. Inhaling deeply, exhaling everything out. Inhaling for the sound of Om externally. Om. 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 Shanti. 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 Bringing the hands together in undulating mudra, bowing the head slightly, giving thanks and praise for the teachers and teachings of yoga from the past, the present, and still teachers and teachings yet to be revealed. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Have a beautiful rest of your evening. Don't forget, this coming Sunday, I'm teaching a workshop on the subtle body, the energetics of the bodies, the shariyas, the koshas, the nadis, the vayus, the chakras, and what is Kundalini Shakti? What is it? Since so many people talk about it. And we'll talk about like why these practices, I mean, we don't talk about it in every class, but we're like working on those things in the class literally every time we teach class here. But we just don't talk about it because it kind of sensationalizes it when you talk about it. We may mention it, but if we kind of packaged it as like, oh yeah, this is all energy, and you get very woo-woo. So it's given with a good dose of like Western anatomy and alignment to kind of ground it. But if you're interested in that, come to that. There'll be like a lecture time where we'll like go over it kind of like I do in my teacher trainings. And then we'll have a practice that will be very like pinpointed to activate those things. It will be very like, I think we are going to record it because a couple of people can't be here.